dog. They stacked this shit up.
Hell yeah. I really vote for MVP gonna be Anthony Davis.
For the All-Star joint?
Yeah, Chicago. It just makes sense.
They got to.
Yeah.
What up whenever we are not buffering?
Right. You know what I'm saying?
You got the little joint up.
I can't see.
Waiting for it. See if it's gonna sprinkle.
There he is.
And that thing clean, boy. You know what I'm saying? Special guest Prince, Raspberry Beret Prince up in his bliggy. You know what I'm saying? Hey, peace, y'all. Welcome. Substantial Sundays. I am Substantial. Here with my brothers, you know what I'm saying? Got J Cash and got Sherm over here. Sherm The Barber.
What up?
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, the cap is
starting already, man.
Right. Well, nah, the cap is whack because when I do it from the phone, it limits how many characters. So I gotta update it after the fact. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay.
It's not like the setup before. You know what I mean? And so that's what that's about. Johnny, don't be. You know, come on, Johnny. You know what I'm saying? But what's up with your volume, son?
It's kind of loud. My bad. My bad. I'm just sitting there like that.
Yeah, right. That's all I was saying. I was like, he go, okay, any second. No, all right, I gotta say it. You know what I mean? But peace, y'all. What's going on? Welcome to Substantial Sundays. Do us a favor if it's your first time, or even if it isn't your first time, make sure you say peace. Let us know where you're tuning in from, and yeah, man, make sure you share the link. If it's your first time watching, if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please do so. Make sure you turn on notifications so you can be a part of that notification squad, so on and so forth. All right, peace. We got a lot of folks already in the chat. We appreciate y'all. Shout out to Johnny holding it down with his mighty wrench. You know what I'm saying? We got Chris Baldwin from Farmville, VA. Levi representing Cali out this joint. And who else? I feel like I'm missing somebody. Mugen. What up,
in
Mugen?
the building. My Ava. What up,
my Ava?
Ava?
What it is, my Ava? Some of my Ava's folks were up in here on Friday. You know what I mean? Some of the talented folks from Suitland High School. Some of the band, the jazz band was up in this joint killing it.
Okay.
Friday during the day for the grand opening here at Creative Suitland. So yeah, man, shout out to Suitland High School, you know what I mean, holding it down, you know what I mean, the mighty Rams, you know what I mean. So yeah, man, lots of things to talk about. I'm gonna let the fellas set it off because they were already in it before we even got to it, and I'm gonna
damn right.
And I'm gonna make sure I share the link to get some more folks up in here, put them on notice, and yeah, so fellas, sports, what it is. You know what I mean?
So they brought the All-Star game back. All-Star weekend is absolutely back. The NBA, Adam Silver is the fucking man. I really like what he's been doing with the NBA, man. Like he's really focused on bringing the entertainment back as well as the revenue. Like I feel like he's got a good grasp on making the fans, players, and executives happy. Really like it. But
I said, oh yeah.
But yeah, so the skills competition was dope.
Shout out to Bam Bio.
Man.
Yes, sir.
Man, dude is pretty fucking skilled and a hell of a ball player.
And only 6'9".
Yeah,
wow.
Yeah.
Only 6'9".
I know, right? Ain't that crazy
6'9",
that you got to say that in the NBA now? Like 6'9" is short. 6'9" is regular. 6'9" is like 6'3" in the 90s.
This man was 6'4".
Right.
You know what
I'm a little dude in the NBA now.
Right.
Right. Little dude, man.
Yeah,
7 foot or nothing.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, that was crazy. I was just like,
it was a great competition, man. The dunk contest was great. I
Shout
felt
out to
like
Buddy Hill for the 3-point contest.
Oh yeah, Buddy Hill killed the damn
man.
3-point contest, man.
He did his thing.
But
the controversy, let's get to
yeah,
the dunk
so
contest.
let's get to this dunk contest.
I did see a few of the dunks, but I didn't stick around for the final.
Oh, it was phenomenal. The dunk contest was
what
phenomenal.
I saw was amazing.
It was one of the best in a long time.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I feel like that whole Kobe thing, like I was telling you before, I think that Kobe tribute, I think they tried to overdo it because first of all, Kobe would have never agreed to no shit like that. Like, nah, yeah, give him 50 or 40, it was 49. Give him 49 on my behalf. Nah, man.
Yeah.
No, compete on my behalf.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like that's why it got so off balance because they were trying to do something in the name of Kobe, but it wasn't Kobe-esque.
Right.
Kobe would not want you to dumb anything down for anything.
I don't like the format. Now I'd have to say this about today's All-Star game. I don't like that format. So I don't know if you heard.
The team pick?
No, it's not the team pick. I'm cool with that because it adds a variation of East and West. It means it's not no real dominant side. Like 5 years ago, if you did an East versus West, the West was going to whoop
Always,
the East. You know what I mean? But you can pick your own players. But now the first 3 quarters, I think they're not scored or something like that.
Oh, no, I know what you.
And they only like scoring. They're gonna reset the game at the 4th quarter.
Yeah, they score in the 3rd, but when the 4th starts, I think they erase everything, and it's like it's weird.
Resetting it. So because they don't get competitive until
Gotcha.
So to me, it's almost like
it might work though.
I don't know.
Adam Silver, he's not losing right now,
it's
man.
on DVR. I gotta see later. You know what I mean?
Well, I think we're gonna make it.
I mean, yeah, but we ain't gonna see all of it. I just want to see how hard they go in the first 2 quarters compared to that last.
3rd, to that 4th.
Third, you know what I mean? That 4th quarter, I want to see who turned it up and who don't.
Right.
You know what I mean? My early pick right now for the MVP, like I shared with you before the cameras came on, was Anthony Davis because it just makes sense. For one, he's a dominant big man. For two, Team Giannis doesn't really have a lot of guys that I think can stop him.
No.
Right. You know what I mean? So I think that Davis is going to show out being that it's in Chicago. Right. You know what I mean? And it just makes sense to me. So we'll see. But yeah, I don't know about the format, and we're going to find out for the first time. This is the first time.
I think it's going to be fun. I think it's going to end up being fun. It's going to be weird, but I think it's going to still end up being fun, though.
Yeah, Johnny said the 4th quarter is a summary of the scores plus 24. First to reach the total wins.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know about that. You know what I mean? So we'll see how that goes. But the dunk contest. Now, controversy behind it was Aaron Gordon had the better dunks overall throughout the night, but the dunk contest is scored round per round. Man, I said this on Twitter. If he had did that 360 dunk in the final round, the one when he caught it off the backboard one hand.
Oh yeah.
Oh
my God. You talking about when old boy God.
That
sick, God, he caught the joint. It was
one hand scoop.
Oh,
turned around. Phenomenal.
Dog, these dunks, but Jones Jr. joint when he did he went between the legs but turned they were violating science last night, man.
Yes.
It was They were violating science.
They were doing
fucking crazy,
that
man.
I don't think that you ever will be able to duplicate. Please don't try that at home. For those,
you kill yourself.
Yeah,
you end up killing yourself, man.
So I think if he would have performed that dunk and his final instead of the Taco Fall,
hey, Tsunami, Wendy, what up?
I think that he would have walked away with the championship.
Hands
you know
down.
what I mean? Hands down, he'd have walked away with it because the elevation, the flight, the depth of difficulty on that dunk alone.
And it didn't look like he even tried.
Didn't like he tried. Both of them, but that one in particular, I walk away with remembering the most. That was sick.
Kind of all of their dunks.
Yeah.
Like even the Jones Jr. joint where he had old boy throw it off the backboard and he went between the legs. Oh my God.
You know how hard that is?
He jumped over a dude, went between his legs and he caught off the backboard, went between his legs over top of it. Oh my God.
At the same time.
Yeah.
So they definitely put on a hell of a performance.
Yeah.
I can't take anything away from that. The controversy lies now with the whole Taco Fall dunk, which came at the last round. Taco Fall is 7'5", 6". So
3. They said 7'3" last night. They said 7'5" at first, but then they backed down
on Twitter. I said the NBA has a love affair with guys taller than 7 feet tall. If you go over the history of it, you had Manute Bol, you had Mirson, you had
and they're never that good.
Yeah, Yao Ming.
Yao was the only one. Yao was the only one.
Right, and now you got Taco Fall. You know what I mean? So he ain't done shit.
Not touched in NBA.
Right,
he's touching in NBA. No, I
don't remember.
I feel like he got in one game.
He got some garbage minutes or something.
Yeah, I feel like he got some garbage minutes. I think he might have scored in the NBA.
He did.
I feel like he scored 2 points.
Well, when you 7'3", though, you supposed to be.
Yeah, I mean,
bucket.
But he's a 7'3" fluffy bunny, man.
Slow as my life.
No, he's not.
We have a Shermism for today.
Right.
A fluffy bunny. You add that to Wakasha. Right. He goes up and his shot gets swatched. The fluffy bunny goes up. Wakasha. Right. Shermisms. You're welcome.
The problem I had with the Taco Fall dunk was that he made way too much contact on Taco Fall. Like he literally was riding his neck.
His name
is literally Taco Fall.
Taco Fall.
Where is he from?
Doesn't matter.
I mean, no, because his first name's Taco.
Is he French?
I'm trying not to be racist. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I was like,
French.
where is he from? And then he says France.
I
Not my first guess.
And see, that's the
And
other
I
thing.
feel like nobody in Latin America is naming their kid Taco. You know what I'm saying? Like I would hope not. I've seen a black person named Watermelon before, but Taco would be a first.
We got to talk about
Connaughton,
Connaughton, man.
Go ahead.
Who?
Johnny keep talking about Connaughton because he's white. Connaughton, the only white boy. You stupid. You being disrespectful, dog. You being disrespectful.
My bad.
The only white boy in the dunk contest. Now, Johnny, Connaughton, the touch the backboard dunk was good. When he jumped over dude, touched the backboard, and still dunked it, it was good.
Yes.
But the only thing, Johnny, he don't get up like us, man. Like you can't, I can't deny Connaughton definitely. Yeah, he has a hell of a vertical.
Yes.
Unfortunately for a white boy, like they talking about he at his combine he did 44 inches, the highest vert in world history.
According to
like,
who? Have we seen Vince Carter?
Like that. See, that's my whole thing. I'm like, wait a minute, man. Like, so apparently, what's going on is these dudes are showing up the combine and tanking. And intentionally tanking, because if you're going to tell me Connaughton had the highest vert of all time, and then you like, and then they give him that accolade like it's supposed to mean something in the dunk contest. Oh, Connaughton couldn't be no more than like 6'6", 6'7". He looked short.
Oh, okay.
I'm sure somebody said, "How tall is Johnny? How tall is Connaughton?"
Come on, Johnny.
I'm looking at the computer screen.
Right.
He was discriminated against.
Right.
This was preposterous. Just kidding.
Oh my God.
All caps though. You know what I mean? You got me capping. Real strong.
So now the latest is Gordon doesn't want to participate anymore because he feels like he's been robbed twice.
He should.
The dunk contest, and he doesn't want to do it no more. What was interesting was Ja Morant's response on Twitter, because he said, "This makes my decision that much easier about playing or not."
So basically saying he's not going to be in the dunk contest.
Yeah, I took a problem with that. I took an issue with that.
All right,
you know why I took an issue with that?
Because he jumps, his feet can touch the rim. Why wouldn't you be in a dunk contest when you can fly?
Keeping it 100, I'm gonna keep it a buck. The contest is gonna go on with you regardless, without you.
Yeah, right. Yeah, like him saying that, like, oh, we're not gonna do the dunk contest because John's not gonna be in.
Right, and see, I went on his Twitter. I'm an asshole on Twitter. Stan can attest to that.
I should be bully footing Batman, man. I don't even be telecasting that I read most of the joints he be posting. I read some of them just like, God damn it. Damn. You know what I'm saying? This like I feel like he be enraging people. Like that was when they reply to him. I just feel like they at the computer like this motherfucker like here. I tell you something good. You know what I'm saying? Like they used to be able to type regular and shit. Like when they first made the comment, they was and then he was like you know what I'm saying? But yeah, carry on.
So when he said that, it's make my decision that much easier, all I said was it'd be that much easier for Zion. Because basically what they want to see is Zion versus Ja Morant. And Zion's a power fucking dunker.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? So anything
power
he put up,
finesse.
oh my God.
Like it's crazy that tandem there. So, like that's never happened before.
I took an issue with that. I took an issue with Kenny Smith. He was gassing it a little too much.
Yes, man.
Yeah, I caught a couple clips of Kenny Smith.
You totally took away DJ's moment in doing that.
And just kept talking about the raw, like, dude,
like the other dude ain't do shit all night. You know what I mean? To even be in that same level.
They mucked that joint.
Yeah, they wanted it to be.
Yeah.
And then I don't know if you've seen the Dwayne Wade responds to everything. So he goes on his Instagram and he's talking about reading he had a squinted picture. He has a squinted eye picture of himself. And the caption was, he said, reading all the reading all the responses as if I'm the only one who gave him a 9 for that last dunk, which is true. He wasn't the only one who gave him a 9. It was,
but he was the spokesman. He was the mouthpiece.
Miami Heat,
yeah, and he's Chicago. And another
Chad
thing,
Boseman gave him a 9.
Chadwick Boseman and Scottwood Pippen.
Yeah, Scottie Pippen.
Never need to show up to another dunk contest. The niggas didn't even. They didn't even say anything. Yeah. First of all, Chadwick Boseman. I love Chadwick. He looked like an idiot up there.
Did you see him standing next to Candace?
He looked so stupid. He's
small.
2 feet tall.
It
was so disrespectful. He looked like a little baby up there. And you could tell, it's like when he stood next to Scotty, I'm like, respectfully, Chadwick is 6'something" because he's not like he's close to Scotty's shoulder, and Scotty's like 6'7".
They put him in between Candace Parker and Scottie Pippen. Candace, first of all, Candace
just
fine
like this.
shit. So that's neither here.
You said she was?
She fine, but anyway,
she fine from the neck down.
We talk about that later.
She fine from the top of the head to the neck.
From
the neck down, she looks like. Andrew, she looks like the eyebrow. She looks like the eyebrow. What's his name?
Anthony Davis.
And this is
why you call him the eyebrow.
No, that's really.
I know.
I couldn't think of his name. Right. But that's what she looks like from the neck down. She is a very attractive woman.
But she built like a
NBA
player.
Yeah. She likes women though, doesn't she?
Nah, she's
no, she does like because she used to mess with Durant, didn't she?
No, she didn't mess with Williams. I forgot his name. His last name was Williams.
Okay.
Yeah.
And no disrespect, because there are men out there that love that. It's just not for me, and I'm not like I'm not trying to shame or nothing like that. That's just she's beautiful. She's beautiful. She just does not have the physique that I care for.
They put T'Challa. They put him in between.
Yeah, my man looking like a pussycat. He went from Black Panther to the pussycat. Like what? Like you don't do that to. And then his face just looked all crazy. It's like y'all disrespecting my man.
He had no business being there.
None
at all.
None.
At all. So that was fine.
We're talking about Chad Boseman right here.
Right. That was interesting. But it was one of the best good dunk contest, mired in a bunch of controversy that didn't need to be.
But the controversy, it actually added a bit of excitement to it.
We're talking about it.
It adds to the controversy, makes for excitement.
Actually, the last time we talked about it wasn't even so Zach LaVine, when he beat Gordon, was controversial. You know what I mean? But come on, this dude legit took off from the free throw line with a windmill.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Update him on who y'all talking about, because Nick Marsh was asking. OG Nick.
Okay, OG Nick, we talking about last night's dunk contest finalists of Derrick Jones Jr. from the Miami Heat and Aaron Gordon for the Orlando Magic. That's what we're talking about. It was a final last night, a dunk contest. It wound up being controversial at the end because Aaron Gordon lost by 1 point. You know what I mean? So that's where we are with it.
Yeah, well, not necessarily shouldn't lost.
Would you have been okay with a tie?
Yeah.
I would definitely. They could have tied and I would have been all right with it. Yeah. You know what I mean?
It definitely should not have been taken away from Aaron Gordon.
Yeah. But again, you got it clear. You know what I mean? If I go to dunk on you and I just and I'm all on your neck, on your back, I got the dunk, but it wasn't clean.
Yeah, it wasn't over. It wasn't over. It was not Vince Carter. It was not Vince Carter.
It's good in the game,
my man,
but it's not good in the dunk.
There you go.
Like Vince Carter dunked over.
He went over. Yeah, dude was still behind him.
Yeah, he made minimal contact, but it was an in-game dunk. You can't do that in a dunk contest.
Yeah, right. Dunk contest, you have to be over. Yeah, but like I said, it was still great. It was still great. And the joint Friday night was good too. The
celebrity.
Yeah, the Rising Stars joint. The Rising Stars joint was good. I didn't watch the celebrity joint.
The Spice was full, yo. So I'm going back and forth with
Spice played in the celebrity joint.
Yeah.
Oh. The truth.
When he was going back. Paul Pierce. Yeah, he was going back and forth with Paul Pierce, yo.
Y'all see Paul Pierce commercial, man?
You a lie. He said you false. You false. Yeah, but like I love the fact that he do it with the serious face, but he can't keep it. Yeah. So he's like, the truth, you false. Like, every time he talk his trash, he trying to keep it, but he can't. Yo, like,
you gotta see him.
shout out to
size
Spice
up.
Adams, man. Yeah,
He tried to
Hopefully
hit
they
comment
play
with the
that joint
hezzy.
again.
It's hilarious.
yeah,
Hopefully
because he was what's his alter
I'm sure
ego?
he was all-
Biggums.
Cream
Biggums.
Yeah.
Was he the MVP?
Nah, it went back to the shy. It was a comment.
How many points did Common get in?
I don't know.
I ain't watching.
Nobody
I
pays
don't like to
attention
see
to
Common
those.
play ball, man.
Yeah.
I mean, Common's whack.
He did his
Basketball
rap.
court.
I can't take that from him. He
Yeah.
rap.
Didn't he what was it? He went to LSU, right? On scholarship. I believe so.
Not sure.
Yeah,
Not sure.
that's where he played ball at.
You
Believe
read
it,
his book, didn't you?
believe
No,
it or
I
not.
read his book. He mentions it in his he doesn't say LSU specifically. He talks about like going to school for hooping or whatever. And then I remember I had a show in Louisiana where LSU was, and I did a tour of the campus. And the dude knew I was a Common fan, so he was like, "Yo, you know Common went here."
Okay.
Yeah, he definitely. It's a lot of guys that can hoop though. I think the best rapper hooper right now is J. Cole by far. That Bama
Yeah.
jumper is wet.
Oh, y'all saw the Puma joint?
Dog, that joint was so dope.
Yeah,
He got like a little, I don't know what you call it.
This is like a short
A
film,
little
right?
short, yeah, a little short film joint.
Yeah, J. Cole, yeah, he got this whole joint with Puma right now. Joint's pretty dope.
Nah, I ain't
Yeah,
seen it.
man.
Yeah,
Yeah, congratulations to J. Cole.
It was,
That's awesome.
I was
He
mad
was a
though.
hooper in
I
school,
was
too.
mad at the end of that joint, even though I felt it though.
Yeah.
When my man threw the ball,
Yeah,
because I've been that guy before. I've been on both sides of it. I've been the
Right.
kid dribbling the ball on the court and had his ball rolled all the way down to the other end of the court, and I done been the big dude with the kid running the court like, come on, dog, you can't be on the court, man. Come on, you gotta go down on the other end,
I
man.
don't know how many old dudes we've almost fought on the basketball court.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, and
yeah.
probably would have got punished by that old man strength. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? The slow ass punch that just hurt like forever. You know what I'm saying? One of the funniest sounds like some random shit, but the connection was just said, remember the cartoon Minnie Mouse back in the day?
Yeah.
All right, so Minnie Mouse, Mighty Mouse,
Mighty
my
Mouse,
bad,
Mighty
Mighty
Mouse,
Mouse.
yeah.
Mighty Mouse had this episode where it's like there's this huge like fight that's happening with all these heroes and villains and shit. And there's this one dude, I forget his name, but he's super slow. So like, dog, it's a 30-minute episode. My dude is throwing one punch for the whole episode, right? It's just motherfuckers. And then you just, as the fight is happening, it cuts different places, and you see him slowly progressing. And then by the end of the episode, he finally connects, and then like the whole shit like it flashes.
Obliterates
Right? He obliterates it. It's like that old man strip, that Rocky shit. You know what I mean? You know.
Right.
But yeah, man, the old dudes on the basketball court when we was like preteen, yeah, them days was worse, dude. Smitty, what? What are we talking about?
Wendy, man.
Wendy.
He's talking about his basketball days. They call me Smitty, the cross-up kid.
Yeah, I believe it when I see it, Josh. Look, he just transitioned
I
to
saw
music
it.
for us.
Yeah.
I saw the announcement about the J Electronica joint, and I typed up like a long ass tweet in response. And I do this.
I kept mine short as shit.
Yo, listen, nah, like this is what I do all the time. Someone
kept my
says some
response
shit
short as
online that really irritates the fuck out of me. I will type a long ass tweet.
What'd you do?
And then I get to the end and I delete that motherfucker.
Oh,
Like, this shit ain't even working.
So
I'm
I
doing that
said-
shit sometimes.
Yo, I
too.
do it all the time. I do that shit like at least once a day. But what'd you say, Karen?
I said, wow. I said something to the effect that I would have expected a return of Jesus before you drop the album.
Right. Man.
Man,
I
fuck
Yeah.
that nigga, man.
Yes. I wouldn't go
In
that
the
far.
nicest way. In the
Right.
nicest, most respectful
Yeah,
way. Because
I mean,
if it comes
it's been
out, I'm
20 years,
listening.
though.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna listen.
Nah, it's Chris
But
dude
yeah,
is
man, he
ridiculous,
gotta
man.
be
It's been 20
like
years.
without if it don't.
We're not
come
20.
out,
About 17.
It's been a grip.
Yeah,
It's been a grip. Put it this way, man. Look, until it drops, he's arguably one of the biggest disappointments in modern hip hop. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's not because he's put out whack shit. It's just because
Because he won't put out shit.
What
he won't put. I'm right. No, he's put out some dope
Dog,
shit.
that
That's so few and far between.
Right.
Right? And it's like, especially, yeah, he said, go to YouTube and you see my 3-point shot. They going at it in the comments. Listen,
Still
like,
waiting on Detox.
Still waiting on Detox. But at least Dre is giving us an album in place of Detox, though.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like, and the joint was
yeah.
fire. So it's like, I mean, yeah, man. Like, I hope.
Did you
it's
hear the other
dope.
rumor?
What?
that it's supposed to be another Watch the Throne style joint, and apparently Jay-Z responded to the tweet when he said it.
Oh,
It's
word.
supposed to be Jay-Z's actually on the album with him. And my homeboy said Jay actually responded to the tweet, which he does. You know, Jay don't respond to
They
shit.
don't really tweet.
But man, I'm thinking Jay could be playing the Jay Electronica game, just like, oh yeah, let me stoke the fire a bit, knowing that this nigga ain't gonna put no music out. Let me just stoke the fire.
I mean,
just for fun.
And for the record, there's been like multiple people in the industry that have confirmed that it's done, like the whole
Fuck that
nine.
shit.
So I'm like this. I'm not even going to entertain this shit. Like, this is the most that I've talked about it since I've seen the tweet, and it's really because I really don't give a fuck until it actually drops.
Right.
Because
shit. Nas
we
said
just
his
been
album
waiting.
was done, and we still ain't got his shit.
Yeah.
All we got was the Nasir shit, and that shit, that's not his album.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
When I saw it, I was like,
Jay Elect is that guy that's I'm gonna get you next time, fam.
Right.
Facts.
Right.
Facts.
Yeah, man.
Hey, we'll get the Jay Electronica album the same day we get our re-up for that motherfucking Prime show.
Oh man.
I gotta go get my money back.
That
for
is a
shit.
blower.
You know,
man.
Keenan went on the site and he said that it still says to be announced.
Are you serious?
They still playing with folks, man. Yeah, they're not trying to get that bread back.
Yeah, man. And it's wild because, you know, I don't go to a lot of shows anymore, man. So,
And I'm sure that
shit
motivated you to go to
definitely
even more.
made, right? It's like, man, look, you hear about me going to a show most of the time is because somebody hooked me up and I'm going. Unless a bunch of the homies all going and they like, you know, like one of the Dead Prez joint where I heard it from you and like Vic, everybody was going. But like, yo, I usually don't, mainly because one, I'm a performer. So what ends up happening is the second I walk into the space, everybody like, yo, you performing tonight. Hold on.
I'm responding to that now.
Oh, well, I'll let y'all cover that one. But yeah, man, so it's just, yeah, it's one of them things, man. Like, I'm hesitant to go a lot of times. And then the one time me and Sherm was about to hit up that joint.
Nice to go, dog.
And
Every
it's
time I
crazy.
think about it,
And I don't put it, I don't put it on the artist. And the reason why I don't, because like, what was it? I think Royce had like a definite thing.
Yeah, he had some real shit actually happen.
It was I can't remember.
It was the venue,
Royce or
man.
Primo. One of
No,
the
it was
two.
Royce. It was Royce.
Yeah, so and then the venue, the ticket folks, like, you know, they're talking about to be announced when the new data come. Well, it's been like a year and a half, right? 2 years?
I think it's been going on 3 years, dog. Because
Yeah,
I think
it's
wasn't it
rough
before I
ago.
went home to start cutting?
Yeah.
I've been in the crib for 3 years.
Yeah.
Man.
Bruh. It's wild. And that joint was like, it wasn't like it was like $50 ticket.
Nah,
Still.
it's $30, but it's
Still.
still it's 30
It's
fucking
like,
bucks.
man, could
Give
went
me
out,
my
had a nice
money.
meal. You know what I'm saying?
Anything, man. I can find a pair of shoes for $30.
I
man.
mean,
I'm
just
saying my
saying,
life.
But yeah, you know, I mean. Just,
Oh, but since we're on shows,
yeah.
I went to 2 shows recently. I'll start with the weaker one first.
Big ball.
I went shit. Nah, these are all $30 shows, dog.
Right.
Hey.
Went to the Rhapsody joint. She had this show was produced by a black woman or something like that. I'm messing the title up, but it was a good show. Not her best show. It was still a good show. Something Mojo. I forgot the first artist name. But Sarok was there. She's fire.
Yeah,
She is
Sarok
fucking-
is fucking
She is
dope.
teeny weeny, dog.
Yeah.
She is little.
It be the
And,
little
but she
one
has
that
the
had
voice of a fucking lion. It's crazy.
Yeah,
But
Sarok.
see, I don't even know what, like,
S-A-hyphen-R-O-C.
Mm.
Oh, yeah, true shit. Yeah, Tsunami. Yeah,
Oh,
she a
yeah,
little one
sure.
too, yeah.
5'11", 4'11".
She was dope as shit. Rhapsody was obviously dope.
Mm.
I forgot
No
what the other
disrespect,
girl's
I know
name
you probably
was.
watching.
But she's dope too.
You saw that clip of Black Thought at Rhapsody show, blacking out, doing what the fuck Thought does,
Nah.
acapella for like damn near 7 minutes. Nigga.
Unfair, man.
That shit.
Unfair.
Yeah, one of my
I wish he
homies,
came to the joint we was at.
Yeah, he showed up at one of her shows and just blacked out for like a grip, acapella, no beat. So like he was just pacing himself, and I'm just like, yo, why? Be like, yeah, man, nobody can tell me that Thought ain't one of the dopest.
Yeah,
if not,
yeah.
like, he top tier forever, dog. Like, yo, you heard y'all heard the D1 and Merce joint?
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's cool.
yeah.
It's cool.
John, it's better than I thought it was gonna be, because like when I saw them two together, I'm like, I like them both.
But
But
you
I
would
just
never
didn't-
thought of them being on the joint.
Yeah,
together,
like that's not
ever.
a combination I thought of,
Yeah.
but yeah, I like the joint. Saw the video for it too. Got me
That's
interested
where
in
I
hearing the
discovered
album.
it.
Yeah, got me interested in hearing
So-
the album joint.
So the other one I went to
Mhm.
was I went to the motherfucking Earth Gang show.
Oh, how was that?
Epic. That shit was epic. It was Earth Gang and Mick Jenkins.
Oh wow! Yeah,
and check out your boy. Check out your boy. Check out your boy.
I knew he was a tall dude.
Yeah. That's Mick, dog. Hey, this is one of my favorite pictures right now.
Hold on, so say we put it up for the people. Y'all see that right there?
Yeah, I met old Mick.
Right.
And if you want to talk about a fire show, it was Mick. It was Earth Gang, Win, the little white girl from Portland, and Jordan Bryant, one of the other members of Spillage Village, which is another Earth Gang collab.
Right.
Dog.
It was a great show.
Win's energy is crazy. Yeah. And she is. If Nicole is on here, please excuse me, babe. She is thicker than the turkey burger, dog. Oh my God, man. Like, I'm expecting just a little white girl. Man, I'm looking on the stage, and of course you're gonna look at the artist. Like, I look at artists, male, female. So I'm expecting just to, go down. It's like, okay, she's just a little white girl. You get down to the hips, and I'm like, wait a minute.
How you doing, Mrs. Robinson?
Wait a
I love
minute.
you.
I look over at my homeboy. I was like, do you? It's like, yeah, dog. She thick. Like, she thick. But she's firing with the verses, though. Like, it was a phenomenal show. Like, I'm talking about phenomenal show. On top of the fact that I fucking met Mick Jenkins. Oh, yeah. That was my weekend.
That's what's up.
Yeah, that was last week. Yeah.
Oh shit, man. I what was it? Other than that,
tell us about Hawaii, dog.
Oh yeah. So if y'all,
I was talking about that.
It's even funnier because of the turtleneck poking up.
Yeah, it's hilarious. So Hawaii was dope, man. What was it? I went live from the airport last week and stuff for a little bit. The show was dope. There was like an awkward moment at the show where, like, while I was performing, because there was a fashion show before, and so they just kind of come out the museum and they're like doing the catwalk thing or whatever, like along the side. As quick as my set was getting ready to start, I just see a bunch of people in like rain suits that are like real fancy.
And that I know that threw you all the way off. Did you hiccup on your verse?
No, I hadn't even started my verse. It was literally, I was like just talking, getting ready to start. And then I see that, and there was, and you know me, you seen me at shows. You seen me at shows. Like certain things happen. I don't play it off like that ain't just happened. You know what I mean? Like you can't not see it. You know what I mean? I've done a show, man. Look, what was it? I think it was one of the Q&5 mega shows. I'm pretty sure Baby was made right in the front row. Like they was getting it in real life on the front row. They was yeah. In the front row of one of our shows in New York City. No, absolutely. No, absolutely.
Like the act, or you saying they were just grinding?
No, they were. Yes,
that's fucking disgusting.
Yeah, that's alcohol.
That is
lots
disgusting,
of it,
dog.
And other.
And you rap through that?
I mean, it wasn't me on stage. I was from the seeing it.
I'd have definitely given
one of the other homies.
What the?
I'd have just yeah. I'd have made a joke of some sort. Yeah, so I've seen it all at shows. You know what I mean? It's not too much that I haven't. But one thing I am not super great at is if something wild happens in the audience, or like something happens and I can see it, it's real hard for me to just rap like I ain't just see what I saw. You know what I mean? So I'm glad it was cool or whatever. And then they started dancing like right in the front where I was performing. So that was fun. But the workshop was fire. The workshop was just super dope, man. We were at the Hawaii State Art Museum. It was about 20 people, 25 people that came out for the workshop. Some amazing artists, man, like different people who work in the industry, publicists, all of that type of, he said, I can't go to shows because of shit like that. Yeah, no, I feel you, man. Like, you know, but yeah, man, like, yeah, Hawaii was just a dope experience. Got to kick it with Shingo too, which is a great segue for a big announcement I got. So, hitting the road with Shingo too next month. Got 5 gigs coming up with him, and so I'll hit y'all with the particulars real soon. But like basically, the dates are right now. I believe it's March 11th. We are at U Street Music Hall right here in Washington D.C. Here we go. Look, he can't let it go. What happened, Sherm?
Hell no, Johnny.
Man, Johnny, man.
I want to change the subject for a little bit. I want to apply for N-word permission. Renee, like,
paperwork.
Right. Nah, sorry, sir. Sorry, sir.
That is funny.
Right.
That is funny.
I feel like it applies.
Just take a step back, Johnny.
Right. Easy. Hey, peace,
Hey, well, for everybody that doesn't know,
y'all?
even though it kind of changes, Johnny is not.
I'm pretty sure it is, Malcolm. But go ahead.
Johnny is does have some ethnicities. Is that the word?
I mean, yeah, he got a little color.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
He's been tanning a little
Just
bit.
in case somebody actually thinks he's an Anglo-Saxon.
Right. There was a comedian one time that said he was a Latino dude, and he was saying that he got pulled over by a cop and he was with his black friends, and the cop proceeds to say, he was like, "So all you niggers get out the car." And so all the black guys get out the car and they're like, "Yo, what you doing?" And he was like, and then basically the cop rolls over and was like, "I said all you niggas get out the car." He's like, "Sir, I'm not black." He's like, "What are you?" He's like, basically he's Puerto Rican. He's like, "You ain't nothing but a bilingual nigga. Get out the car. Get out the car."
As much as Puerto Ricans say nigga, man, every Puerto Rican better get out the car when they get pulled over and say every nigga get out the car.
Yo, that joint was like, it was one of those moments that, like, I think it's sometimes like, because there are clear differences culturally, right? But at the end of the day, you chances are, depending on where you are in the world, you got probably some African in you. You know what I'm saying? If you got a little bit of a tan going, you know what I mean? You might just have, or some native, depending on what hemisphere you in. But yeah, that joint was funny. It was an old ass joint too, like 90s B. Anyway, movies/shows. New season of Narcos. Mexico season 2 just started, and that shit fire.
You see how I'm hyping it? I ain't watched it.
I ain't watching that one. I'm sitting there like, oh, I'm the one tonight, but you in here faking like,
hey, look, joint 5. Hey, look, man, I'm super excited about the new season.
How many is on
episode? I think I'm in. No, they shot the whole joint. Yeah,
oh no, that's a Netflix joint. Yeah,
so I don't watch that joint. Yeah, I didn't hear that about Birds of Prey. Man. I'm actually about to go see it this week. I'm about to go see Birds of Prey. I actually heard the opposite. I heard it was pretty good.
It was good too.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go check that joint.
I saw Bad Boys 2.
I didn't see Bad Boys 2 yet.
Bad Boys
3. Yeah, that's right.
It was good. It was good.
Yeah, I ain't seen it yet.
I thought so too.
And it broke some records as well.
You did?
Yeah, it broke some records as well.
I thought you said you broke some records.
Nah. Sorry, Big Willie had it. You know what I'm saying? He was good.
But yeah, the movie was a good follow-up to 2, because I honestly, 2 I thought was over the top.
Yeah, I ain't like 2.
Way too long.
I didn't like 2 like that.
Yeah, it was, my opinion, way too long and a lot of extra. What I mean by extra, you just cussing to be cussing. This one had a lot better dialogue. You know what I mean?
I'm laughing because I just saw Uncut Gems, and if you saw Uncut Gems, you would not
be cussing.
Oh.
Well, that's because a good amount.
No, it wasn't cussing to be cussing. It was a whole lot of cussing, but it was
I'm all for it.
And it was a lot of folks in Uncut Gems that aren't actors. Like a lot of those dudes. Like for instance, there was a scene where like they say to punch Adam Sandler or whatever, right? Like it says on the joke. And they had to talk to the dude because this is a real live dude. They had to tell him, like, so you're not actually going to punch him. And then he's like, but it says right here, it says punch
Adam Sandler.
What do you mean? It says this character punches him in the face. So you want me to not do my job? You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, so I was watching the interview. That joint had me dying, dog. Like, but yeah, they had a lot.
One of the dudes that was
one of the gangster dudes. I've seen pieces of it. I ain't seen the whole joint yet.
Dog, that's a.
I heard Kevin Garnett does a great job, man.
Yeah, I heard it was too.
I wanted to beat Kevin Garnett ass in that.
Yeah, I heard he did a great job.
Yeah, because he's kind of, he does some dickhead shit in that joint, man. He does some, but he does very well. He does so well. I want to fight him.
Is it a worth owning movie or just see it to see it?
I don't really think any movie is worth owning anymore. Not very many.
I agree, disagree. But
yeah, I don't know any movie that because I don't even. Well, I feel like after Black Panther, there's no movie after that I really care to own. Yeah.
Did you hear? Speaking of,
because everything's streamed.
Did you hear Joaquin Phoenix's?
Bringing up for Joker?
No, his acceptance speech to the
Grammys. No, not the Grammys.
The
The
Oscars. The Oscars.
Whatever
Well,
that
two.
Joaquin is the winner.
Joaquin's been batting 1,000 for his acceptance speeches because he's had a few because he's been winning over and over.
Yeah.
For Joker. I mean, we knew that the moment we walked out that joint though, like that he was gonna be the dude. Because his performance was, you know what I mean. But yeah, man. But yeah, his joint at BAFTA, which is the joint that was the first one where he was basically talking about white privilege. And he was talking about like the privilege that he benefits from, and a lot of his
it was so you could tell it was unscripted.
Oh yeah,
like I'm wondering if he even planned on doing that before he got up there.
His one of the Oscars was dope as well, man. Like he's just been. Like
he's a human. He's a real fucking.
But he's from poverty, so he understands from a
his family was in a cult. His family was in a cult at one point in time.
He came up.
You know,
feel me?
Like brother died young. Like we all know his brother River Phoenix. You know what I mean? So
I forgot all about
so like he's a dude that like yes he's still, and that's important to understand too, that just because like you are white and don't necessarily come from money, there's still privilege that comes with that. And it's dope to see him acknowledge that because he's seen it with his success. But he also
been poor and still acknowledges his privilege.
Come
on, man. See, when you see white people like that, man,
he was
like it makes it hard to really be fucking with these other white folks, man.
I guarantee you, if you go up, you go find that clip of him and that what's it? BAFTA. Joaquin Phoenix BAFTA acceptance speech, and you're gonna be like, "Yo, hats off, salute, all that."
That's
the one. The only one I saw.
He said some shit.
Man. So someone asked two quick questions. Let me answer these. Someone asked, "Where are you guys?" So right now we're broadcasting from Creative Suitland, which is in Suitland, Maryland, where I was born and raised. It's down the street from the high school that I graduated from. And this is actually like my company's office here. So. I'm co-owner of a business called Substantial Art and Music, which I run with my amazing wife, who's a co-owner, co-CEO, and we are like a consulting service, and we do a lot of things to help creative entrepreneurs. So that's what we're broadcasting from right now, versus the studio. Like so now we just do it from here, or like I'm on the road or something, wherever I'm at the time, or if we're at an event. But this is the home of the joint. Someone asked me who's my favorite hip hop artist. I'll pass that to everybody. But before I do that, let me hit y'all with this real quick because I was mentioning Creative Suitland to y'all, and I really need y'all to know what Creative Suitland's doing right now.
Talk about the show yesterday either.
Yeah.
Hell of a lineup, y'all.
Yeah, man. Tell you all about that joint. So Creative Suitland is an art center, and part of the mission of Creative Suitland is basically to use the arts to connect with the community and create opportunities here in the Suitland area for the arts. For example. Just today alone, there were theater classes here. There were African dance and African drumming classes happening just today. Yesterday was an amazing show that I had the honor of hosting. Deborah Bond, who's like a world-renowned performer, she was here. Shout out to the homie Asheru. He didn't perform, but he just came through on the humble to support. Yeah, he ended up having a dip. But Carolyn Malachi, who's another Grammy-nominated artist, she was here, performed this stuff. Who else came through? Ndimbaya. There we go. Make sure I say it right. African Dance Ensemble and drumming killed it. They were here. Man, just like it was an amazing show. Shout out to the brother Rolo, because he had his Lace 'em Up roller skate team. They were here. Like literally like live roller skating in the venue. Live roller skating / dancing. I'm talking about like a dude looked like he was maybe in his late 50s, early 60s. Is one brother. Cartwheels into splits, like off the skates. It was amazing. Like it was a super dope show. And the reason why they held that show is because there was a fundraiser that was happening. And this is the link for it. So Creative Suitland right now is trying to raise money so that they can update this particular location, because it used to be a church. And so there are certain areas where they had to tear down certain things, and they're slowly building it back up. It's been a lot of work that went into this space over the last 2 years. And so, and they're still building it up, and we could use y'all help. So, like I said, my office is here along with another organization called Girls Speak, who's doing great work with young girls in the community. And then who else is here? Hypnot Records actually has a studio here. Shout out to the homie Joe from Hypnot Records. So they got a studio here. There's art galleries here. There's multiple dance studios. There's a writing workshop that takes place here. Salsa classes. Yeah, your folks can come through and do hand dancing in real life. There's hand dancing classes that happen here. Yo, it's so much dope stuff. And like, I'm gonna tell you like this, man, as somebody who grew up in this area, it wasn't none of that. Like, if you weren't
drugs
at,
out here,
man, look, if you weren't at the high school and in those programs, you didn't really get exposed to the arts. Because outside of that, yo, like my mom's got robbed right in front of my building, B. My old neighborhood
area.
Was it, you know, just, yeah, man, like multiple times or whatever.
No, Hobart wasn't over here. But
Homer Ave was.
No, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, Homer Ave.
Homer is like...
Homer Ave, like walking distance.
That's what I thought so.
If we go out to the parking lot, we can see right where it was.
Because that's right. The census joint. The
census right across the street. Right?
Yeah.
And then across from there was Homer Ave. Yeah. So that's where my sister Lisa used to live. Like, Lisa, dog, like, we was out here. You know what I'm saying?
Moving around? Because I do.
No. I probably wasn't.
Bro.
Where was it?
You know what it was?
Nah,
I might not have been tight with the click then.
No, you was tight, but you just wasn't a mule. Like, they called me.
Yeah, because you ain't really
coming bully.
You ain't start coming over to the crib until we was like adults. You know what I mean?
Yeah, remember when you lived over behind Suitland? Yeah,
a few times. Yeah. When you, like after, especially when I started hanging more with, because you linked me with Shu and what was little dude name? The one who had bars.
Truth.
Nah, it was a dude from his school that had bars, man. I forget. He had a crazy voice. His voice was dope.
I have to. I can't remember. I have to ask you.
Yeah, man. But anyway, this area there's a lot of development that's about to happen, and so it's dope that they're reaching out to the community and trying to
the positive sides of gentrification.
But well, yes and no. So what's different about what's happening here? Because there's a lot of people from PG County who leave and go get money, right? And so, yeah, it's gentrification to a certain extent, but the difference is a good amount of the people who are looking to come back to the area
are originally from.
Yeah, there's a lot of people who went and got money and trying to come back.
Yeah.
And so, because I was talking to the people they selling houses to, it's a few people from like the government building over here who's looking. But because it's a certain element still going on, the schools ain't where they need to be yet. Yeah. Middle school definitely ain't there. That's part of the reason why I'm holding off 2 years before we get back. So Ren is already in high school. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, because if we do the middle school joint, she got to do the lottery joint. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. And so, so I'm trying to make sure that at least if she high school age, she can apply to get in the program at Suitland. I'm tight with the woman who runs the CVPA, and one of my teachers, like from when I was there, is still there in the art program. So I know that there's people there. Like I ain't saying I know for sure they're gonna get her in. I'm just saying I know that there's people in who know my family and gonna look out for my baby. And so that's always important. But anyway,
we showing up at Suitland.
Yeah, in real life. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, let's see. Hold on. A couple questions or comments. Can't remember.
Of course, we've heard of Clear Soul Forces.
Yeah, definitely.
Godzilla did some music with Clear Soul Forces.
Yes, they did. All right.
Or at least one of the members of Clear Soul Forces.
Yeah, man. Super excited about the new Disney Plus shows that are coming up. That Falcon and Winter Soldier joint look like it's gonna be fire.
I wasn't gonna subscribe until they put shows on there because Mandalorian wasn't enough for me.
Dog, Mandalorian was fire though.
It was though.
That's not enough to subscribe to a whole streaming service.
As somebody with two little kids, right? One that's 11 and one that's 2. Mandalorian, because the two shows that I watched, Mandalorian and then the Jeff Goldblum joint. I love the The World According to Jeff Goldblum. I know for y'all, I'm good. But then on top of that, like I already knew what was coming because a lot of people, what they do, they sign up for the monthly joint. But what I did, it's like I just paid the whole year. The whole year joint is like what, like 60, 70 bucks. You pay that joint, you save money long term. And then like, yo, I'm a Marvel joint. I'm a Marvel dude. I'm a Star Wars dude. And
He's a fucking nerd, and he's wasting money on this shit.
Really?
He's trying to make it sound all. He's trying to make this shit sound all educated. This nerd ass nigga is wasting his money on Disney Plus. Goddamn it.
Day one.
It's what I like, though. It's what I like. If he goes see a rap group that he like that I think is trash, you know what I'm saying?
It's the same shit. But I'm not gonna wrap my shit up.
But I ain't gonna judge
the
him.
thing about it is,
I feel like
the
I'm being judged.
Mandalorian and the Jeff Goldblum show are phenomenal cinema.
I think that's how he does his show reviews. Mick Jenkins.
It's a triangle.
It's a triangle. See, he corrected me. Right, I feel like he's throwing up the dynasty joint. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, like, I like Disney Plus. You know what I mean? I think, especially if you got kids, it's dope because I know it's a no-brainer. Like with Netflix,
I'm gonna get it.
Netflix, they gotta go to the kids section. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna be real with you. I'm not really fucking with Netflix too deep these days. Because
they lost all their Disney shit, and a lot of the stuff that they're putting stuff out now. They're putting a lot of filler out. Like I've watched some shit on there. It's like, man, the only reason this made it is because there's no more Disney shit to put on here.
And that's why I'm not really feeling it too tight because.
So what you're saying is you should just cancel your Netflix.
No, you can't cancel Netflix.
Well, how much Netflix
right
like 15? Well, see, that's one of them DVDs that's worth buying. So like I got the whole. I ain't gotta have it for that because I
bought it.
Yeah, I got the special edition blicky.
You ordered it when you saw it on Netflix?
No. I had it before. I'm saying like I got the special. Yeah. No, not the documentary. Oh, you talking about the documentary? Oh, you talking about the movie? Have you watched it?
Not yet.
Hey, who killed Malcolm X? Watch that joint.
I'm scared, dog.
It will have you mad.
That's why I'm scared. Like I can't. Like every time I go to cook it, I'm like, I don't want to feel like that.
But look, the reason why you need to watch it is because there's a lot of people who people love to comment on things that they haven't themselves researched. You know what I mean? Because people love to theorize all day with no research, and it's an easy watch because the dude has done the work. Like he's done the work for you, and even then he's not telling you what to think. He's just telling you what he's found, and then he talks to people who can confirm, and then you see him talk to people who've heard or know about certain drugs, but they rock with certain people. So when he bring it up, they like, nah, you should leave that alone, bro. Like, yeah, you really I don't think we should talk about that. You know what I mean? Like, yo, because the folks that was involved with his the one dude in particular involved with the death of Malcolm X, like this dude was like a criminal for real. And so they talk about redemption a lot in it too, because it's like, yo, it's just I don't want to give away spoilers. Go watch that joint. Definitely, it's worth. I flew right through it. It was really, really good.
Do they talk about all the people who were killed that Malcolm X associated with?
Nah, it's focused more on Malcolm. Yeah, it's focused more on Malcolm.
Because I'm gonna tell you, truth be told, a lot of heads rolled after Malcolm. And people really didn't understand or didn't really connect the dots as to why they were being knocked off. So watch that, but then also I'll send you the link. The dude that was talking about it on YouTube, he also has a book that's out too that actually knew him, and he talks about all the overseas connects that Malcolm was having, and all those people was getting knocked off. So
it's on Netflix. Joe.
I never heard that, Wendy. Definitely send some info related to that, like where I can see more.
Oh, dog! I've been hearing that like lots, man.
He didn't actually die from the gunshot, but he was
that the doctor refused him service, and they killed him in the hospital.
Yeah, man,
it's crazy. Black History Month.
Someone said how to properly celebrate late 20s with a day job. Someone send help. Man, I'm
celebrate the 20s.
I'm the wrong guy, B. Like my birthday joint's always whack. Like I don't want to say whack because I'm happy with it because I'm just kicking
it's not
it.
Whack. It's your birthday.
That is right. Well, no, I'm saying like in terms like when I tell people,
happy birthday too.
Happy birthday. Indeed. When I tell people how I celebrate, that's what you did. You know what I'm saying?
This is your birthday.
I know. That's just how I
probably have done that shit before.
Like, but I'm saying, I'm not the guy. So maybe my friends can help you. I'm not.
Yeah, this is. This is
this
is Company Flow. This is Fun Crusher Plus over here.
I'm simple, dude.
If you really
I ain't
want
looking for no trouble. I'm just trying to keep it simple. Hang with my girls and my wife. Good.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, you know.
So yeah, this is what you do, right? You got to go to one of the party cities and act a complete ass. Okay, that's the best thing to do.
Sounds about right.
Yeah, so
you're in your 20s. This is.
What are you hitting up?
Go ahead, fuck New Orleans.
New Orleans.
New Orleans.
Bourbon Street.
That was one of my dopest birthdays.
Yeah,
I did do that.
Vegas is fun as shit too.
Absolute Vegas. You know what I mean? If you can afford it.
Right. LA.
You know what I mean? You can do Manhattan.
Shit, DC.
Right.
Manhattan, you got shit to do all the time. You know what I mean?
Right.
Or if you want some sun and fun and lots of TNA, you can hit Miami. You know what I mean? You can just hang out there. You know?
Or you always keep it real simple. You know, it don't have to be your birthday. You can always just roll into a random strip club and say it is your birthday.
That is true.
And
That always.
you
can
celebrate
never
your
lose with
birthday.
That is
You
true.
can never lose with that shit.
Now, I myself haven't done that, but I heard it's a good plan.
Yeah.
Give me a turkey sandwich and peace and quiet. Yeah, John.
But be careful which one you go to, because locally in DC Stadium,
don't go to no strip club out here.
You
Don't go to no strip club. No, go to strip. Go to if you go out here. Who was that? Indio? Yeah, that was Indio. So you are in this area. Go to Fuego.
Yeah. You can't drink there though. I mean,
Right. No, yes you can.
I feel bad.
You put it in the McDonald's cup like everybody else does.
what? That don't mean you drinking inside. See what I'm saying? Like this dude.
You put it in the McDonald's cup and you roll in it up and finish my soda.
Yeah, I get it.
Everybody else does.
That was not what I was expecting. Put it in the McDonald's cup, like
No, but
everybody
it's
else.
true. It's a whole underground network.
Yeah.
It's that you drink in a parking lot.
Hey, that
you
is
get your alcohol
funny.
in the parking lot and then you walk. Okay, I feel like we're getting people in trouble.
We tell all terrible
Tell all
information.
But yeah, you know what I mean? Just find something
Some
that
fine
you're going to
dimes.
regret tomorrow and do that.
The best place to find fine dimes?
Yeah.
Ivy City Winery. Is it City Winery? The whole little Ivy City Smokehouse area. Tacoma Station.
Best behavior, gentlemen. My niece is watching.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying?
Oh,
Hey.
that's the baby.
Yeah,
I tell you.
Hey.
She ain't a baby.
So,
you know what
you
I'm
never
saying?
heard
It's
none
all
of
a
that
G
She's
stuff.
my baby
Yeah.
forever. You know
No,
what I mean?
she
we
what,
talking
12?
Yeah, she's middle school, 13,
Oh,
12.
yeah.
13.
Man,
That never
I don't
happened.
know
What's going
how
on,
this is
Octavia?
gonna work out,
Right.
Octavia.
That didn't happen.
We're transitioning.
We're gonna try.
Yeah.
We're gonna try.
Tell your mama I said hi.
Yeah, and so what the
Yeah, tell
Bible
Brandy
says-
everybody said, well.
What the
What the good word says.
Lord.
Yeah, we were just discussing 1 Corinthians chapters 3 through 5, and the Lord said,
Yo, I think I feel like there was something else I was watching recently, man. Something that was super dope. I'm trying to remember, man. Like,
And for what? On Netflix or?
cause you know, most of the time, what happens, like somebody asked me, it's like, man, how you catch so many shows? Cause I don't like, I'm not scheduling it, you know what I'm saying, or anything like that. But what's happening is a lot of times when I'm off the late night, I'm doing stuff for like clients or whatever, and I'm typing. Like,
I be hating to hear people say that it's no time for shit. It's always time. It's time in the fold. You just gotta find the fold. And like people be sitting around doing dumb shit at night. Just like that's what I do. Like when I'm cutting or at night, I just turn some shit on. Like you can catch up on everything, man. You don't try to do it. Don't try to do it when you get home from work and you gotta fix food for the kids and shit. You'll never have time. Yeah, you do it in the folds, man.
yeah,
Put the app on your phone while you're sitting there shitting. Catch 15 minutes on the show, man.
It's one way. That's definitely a way to do it. It's not necessarily how I, but you know what I'm saying?
Suggestion.
It's right. Yeah, I mean, you know, it's just ass out. Just, oh man, that was great.
I missed that last part. Let me 3 seconds.
Couldn't hear. Oh man, I should have turned on the closed caption. I missed everything he said. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I saw 2 of the worst. They were thoroughly entertaining. 2 of the worst motherfucking movies. Rambo
Oh, I
and
ain't.
the motherfucking Terminator.
Oh, I did watch that.
Oh my God.
Yeah, the Terminator joint was weak as hell.
Oh,
yeah.
and just replace it with Rambo. Same. Oh my God.
This is a conversation me and my man Michael was having, man, just about like, you know, just talking about how they just keep investing in what they think will be sure hits rather than taking chances on new stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and so so what I did catch because beautiful thing about taking long ass flights, man, just movies for days. So one joint I watched, there's a really dope documentary that Toni Morrison has. It's about Toni Morrison's life. That shit's
right.
But yes, So if you're a fan of Toni Morrison
on Netflix or not?
Nah, I don't know if it's on Netflix, but because I caught it on the plane, so I'm not even. I can't even.
Don't have nothing.
I can't even
They don't
tell
be
you.
having those documentaries like that.
But nah, man, it was amazing. Like for those of you who don't know Toni Morrison's work, I recommend reading The Bluest Eye. And then another one of her joints, which is it's a really off-putting book. It's Beloved. Beloved is
the movie, The Beloved.
It's what the movie's based off of.
I can't do it though.
Yo, that book is. So for those of you, the crazy thing is, I don't know if you know, but you know what inspired the book or the movie?
What?
It was based on something that actually happened.
Yeah.
Right, not the whole spirit part, right? But like the whole
kill your child.
Yeah, because
spared
from being a slave.
Yeah,
and she killed her children to keep spared
I
from being
don't
slaves.
need that type of depression in my life.
Yeah,
never.
Yeah.
So how you feel about Black History Month?
I'm just saying, they some good ass books.
How you feel about it now versus how it was when we were younger?
I like Black History Month way more now than I did from childhood. I feel like the shit we got as a child was generic as fuck. You know what I mean?
feel like
as somebody who worked in the
but
sports
I feel like it was more relevant. Like I feel like it just had it had more of a relevant feel back then. Like you said, it was full of bullshit, but now we've got more substance. But it doesn't seem like it's being promoted the way that it should.
Both of y'all saying the exact same thing. I feel like it's kind of, they had a big spot for you for that segment, and you knew what you were getting on a more consistent basis. The problem was they kept feeding us the same shit.
Yeah.
You know
Every year you just learn about the same shit.
Yeah.
But now it's like they don't even try to display much of anything, in my opinion. They really don't. Like you don't.
Well, disagree.
don't
You
get
got
that
go
feeling
on Instagram. Go on Instagram.
On
It's
Instagram,
tons of shit.
And-
Tons of shit on, and probably
I feel
other
like
social media.
like I get more throughout. Okay, so I'm gonna say it like this. I feel like you get more Black history outside of just February now than you did when you were younger. Is that making any sense?
Yeah.
Like back when you were younger,
that's
you
a
had
good
a
thing.
dedicated
That is
month.
a good
That's a
thing.
Yeah,
great
you had a
thing.
dedicated month for it. So you expect to see that dedication.
So maybe what you're experiencing is because of the fact that we get so much history consistently throughout the year that it makes it feel like just a smaller experience. You know what I mean? That could be what you're feeling.
I was looking for it to evolve by now.
Right.
And I don't think it has evolved
so to
in
me,
a sense.
So to me, I feel like it has, right? And it's partly so there's a lot of things, right? So one of the things that happens during, and this is for my nerd folks. This ain't for everybody, right? So one of the things that like as a blurred, right, that you can find is like in nerd communities, right? When you go to conventions and stuff like that, mostly, unless it's a black convention, you mostly see what? Like white people and then Asian, Latino and black, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like those are the main groups you see, and it's almost always mostly white because most of the conventions are ran by whites.
Mm-hmm.
So, but like, so now something that they do, right? During Black History Month or whatever, they'll do like 28 days of cosplay, right?
Mm-hmm.
But of black cosplayers. So they'll celebrate these people who oftentimes are disenfranchised or not celebrated in these predominantly white spaces. They highlight them through the month. Now that's not necessarily history, but the issue that I have is like we definitely need to acknowledge our history, but we often overlook the people who are currently making history. You know what I mean? Because these people are doing things right now that are going to be celebrated later on. Not just talking about the cosplayers in particular, but I'm just talking about like so many people who are doing things right now. You have way more black shows, way more black documentary films or whatever, like companies and black labels and stuff. It's like, yo, you literally, it's easier now to shop and support like black business and support black artistry than it's ever been. And I think that sometimes because of the fact that we can experience that year round now instead of just a month, maybe makes it feel a bit smaller. And then lastly, the other thing is like, depending on who you follow online too, like if you follow some non-traditional type stuff, like some stuff outside of like, and this ain't no shot at nobody, but some stuff outside of sports, right? Outside of kind of the normal places we get our information, right? Like, for example, if you follow some Black filmmakers, some of them, they're like throughout the month, they're celebrating, like they telling you about all of these people who you will not hear about in a Black history, presentation in a school, unless it's a film school, right? But these are important people, because like most people, you know who Gordon Parks is, right? Gordon Parks is known for what?
Photography, yeah.
Right? Gordon Parks is
an author too, right?
Right.
Yeah.
And he's also the first Black film director. The motherfucker did Shaft.
You told me that shit.
Right? But wait, he's also a composer. Dog, the reason why I came up the whole Black of all trades shit was because I read his book. One of his books, because he has multiple books, right? And so, but what I'm saying is when we follow these non-traditional mediums and look at some things outside of where we typically get our information, dog, they're giving gems. Yeah. So like, Rochelle is she works with something called Black Dress Exhibit, right? And so like, yo, they're celebrating Blacks in fashion throughout this month. I mean, they do it all year round, but in February, it's just like, dog, you're learning about people in the industry who's been doing like responsible for major shit. Like y'all remember Walker Wear?
Yeah,
Walker Wear. I think that's dog. Like one of their events that they had at Pratt. Like yo, I just got to kick it. Like yo, she's cool as shit. Just got to kick it. Like she just in there regular, dog.
Jam Master J shit.
No, Walker Wear was April.
Wearing that shit though.
Yes.
Yeah, Jam Master J.
Right. He was a brand ambassador. But yeah, Walker Wear is by April Walker, who's a Capricorn, by the way. You know what I mean? Yeah, man. So like, but that's the type of shit. But but that's the type of shit that like, you know, like.
So what I'm getting at is, okay, maybe it's just me. I just feel like, is there a need for Black History Month if you're not going to promote it like they used to do when we were younger as opposed to now? Not that that's a bad thing, because you can ascertain information all year round. There's no real avenue that you can't really venture into to get information. So what's the need for, what do you feel like is the need for Black History Month at this point? Not to sound...
What you do, Sherm?
Why does he keep calling people?
DJ Sherm.
Yeah. So is there a need to even have a supposed dedicated month for Black History Month?
Always will be. You know what I mean? Like in this particular, like as long as you exist in a society that is not necessarily controlled by like people of color or and you know, we live in what is called a free society. So that also means that certain states are free to take certain things out of their history books. You see what I'm saying? Certain schools are free to not even acknowledge Black history, and let alone like Women's History Month, let alone like, but see now somebody who worked in the school system, right? Like I've seen firsthand that there's still schools that go super hard for it. You know what I mean? Like, because I'm a dude who oftentimes will get brought into the classroom to present information like on it, on top of what the curriculum's already doing. So it's still happening, but I will say you got to remember too, there are certain things that we're not in the school system. Like your job, you're right. So your job ain't celebrating Black History
on
Month,
TV,
right? Like depending on what type of like you know what I mean.
Used to see it, I think, a lot more, but I don't know if that's because
you got to also look at the programming, because now we get to pick our programming versus you just turn the TV on and whatever they had is what they had.
That is true.
So the freedom, like, so let's talk about it from a social media marketing perspective, right? So this is what happens. And this ain't to put fault on you the viewer or you the user, right? But what they do is these algorithms based on what you look at. So if you spending most of your time outside of Black History Month looking at particular things, right? When Black History Month comes, unless you actually are going out there and just start liking a bunch of Black history stuff, it's just going to continue to feed you what you take in all year. Because basically, it don't matter. Dog, I can do a whole... So
essentially saying maybe your culture, your network, your social media culture isn't Black history enough.
So this is what you do. I'm gonna tell everybody what you do right now. Number one, follow hashtags, right? Yes, you can follow people, but you can also follow hashtags. So what you can do is you can follow the hashtag on social media like Instagram or Instagram. You can follow Black History Month, right? And guess what it's gonna do? All year, whenever someone uses the joint Black History Month, you're going to see it. And everything that's happening this month during Black History Month, you're going to see it because you follow that hashtag. Then you can follow Black History 365. And then people look like, because for example, my cousin, matter of fact, man, if y'all want me to, I get y'all on the mailing list that my cousin sends every day. She does she sends a Black History email every day. 365, tell you everything in Black history that happened on that day.
Oh shit.
Almost everything.
Nice.
Because clearly she ain't gonna have everything. But like it's someone else's mailing list, she gets that info and then she sends it to our entire family. You know what I mean? Like most of the unchecked email, and this is look, me keeping it 1,000, probably most of the unchecked emails in my joint is my cousin sending the joint. Because sometimes I do it, and then other times I get it, and that joint be a little depressing. It'd be some victories and it'd be a whole lot of L's. But more victories sometimes. But you know, but a lot of times I see it on the go. But shout out to my cousin for at least doing that for our family, which is super dope. So yeah, man, like, but I think those are little things that we can do. And it's, but I feel you, like, because when you were a kid, we ain't had no choice.
Yeah.
But now we got choices. And basically the choices we make online literally control what we are fed. So Facebook thinks that because you liked a couple videos that's talking about this, that you only want to see that all the time.
Right.
So the whole time I'm posting stuff that because you my man, you probably want to see, you never see it.
Yeah.
Because I ain't talking about those other things that you like. Because for instance, this is the most I talk about sports, yo, like when y'all come.
Congratulations.
Right. Right. But because of that, right? Like unless I go look, that's our cue. But unless I go watch a Filet video, like one of his, give Filet a job in the NBA, dog.
Hilarious.
If Filet was an actual
Filet and the other dude
Dog.
that does LeBron and James Harden, he funny as shit too.
I've seen LeBron James.
Hey,
you gotta see him.
if Filet was a commentator in the NBA, dog, I would watch almost
They
every
need to have him as a guest.
Dog, it'd been perfect for All-Star Weekend.
Just about to say that. Yeah, that's dope.
I love Filet, man. Like,
Did you see his Kobe, his
Yes,
daughter
dog.
joint that he did for
Son.
Kobe? His daughter,
Yeah,
joint that he did for Kobe's daughter.
daughter.
That shit was man.
yeah, man. He said drop the link, Stan. I'm trying to learn and connect more to our people. So do me a solid. If you want to get that on that joint, oh yeah, you gotta break down the shoe on the way out. Hey, look, if you want to get added to that that mailing list, man, what you do is shoot me a message. Go through my website, iamsubstantial.com. Shoot me a message saying you want to be on that mailing list, and then I'll see if there's a link in the email, or I'll pass the email to my cousin and we'll add you. Sure. What shoe was that? And then we gotta go.
All right, last thing is my shoe review. Found these on the
That's fine.
Humble. Wasn't even looking for them.
Puma, man.
These are the Puma Alteration Curve. Weirdest shoe I've ever seen.
Just valuable.
Man, I bought 2 pair of them.
Oh yeah.
Caught them on sale.
How much?
$50
That's
from
amazing.
$130. Jimmy Jazz, bro. Anybody that has a Jimmy Jazz in their
Sure.
area, Jimmy Jazz is the spot for shoes and shoe sales.
In the shot though, the shit look like your whole chest.
Oh, it's a big fucking shoe. Like it's a lot. It's
Size
13,
22,
baby,
right.
13s, man.
That shit looked like Sherm whole. It was his entire chest cavity. You know what I'm saying? Look at this shit. Hold up. Put the shoe down and look at Prince next to this shit. Look at that shit. Look at that shit. That
Dwarves
is
Prince.
insane. Like he can hide in your shoe. Big ass head hide in your shoe. That is crazy. Yeah, that shit is dope though.
These shits have the running system from the it's the same technology that the RSXs have. So it's the same feel. It's a little sturdier. Like it gives back more than the RSX. Like the RSX, you kind of fall into the RSX.
Yeah.
These they definitely give. I can't think of the word. They have a good response for your step. Dope shoe. Yeah, I got the black colorway as well. But yeah, that's my shoe review. Puma Curve Alteration copper pair.
Yeah, man. So look, we got to get ready to run. Hey, couple just quick things. Again, man, if you can support this campaign, the Indiegogo campaign for Creative Suitland, please do that. Minimum donation, they're looking for like $10, man. It'll basically keep us doing great for that.
That is disrespectful,
Oh my
Wendy.
God, yeah. But yeah, man, check this campaign out if you can.
He said he thought Prince was Vegeta.
You gotta look at how small Prince look right there. Look. So for those who didn't peek or whatever,
Yeah,
put
you
it
can
up.
almost. Yeah, you can't tell.
You can't tell.
Yeah, you can't.
So look, I put it up to the screen for you. That's
Can't even tell he has a guitar.
my little Funko Pop that I picked up when I was in Minneapolis on my way home.
Funko Pop is the shit.
Yeah, man. So this is Prince. And what was it? This is from the Raspberry Beret video for my Super Prince nerds, my Prince stands. You know what I mean? But yeah, man, got the little cloud suit on and everything with the white guitar. Yeah, son.
You ain't get Biggie yet? I got Biggie.
Nah. It's funny, man. I think I'm gonna look for like my all-time favorite artist first. I just realized someone had asked who my favorite artist was, and we didn't answer. Did they say rapper or artist?
Rapper.
What was it?
I'm not answering that. Not right now.
Well, I'll just focus on my favorite artist. My favorite artist all time is Stevie Wonder. You know what I mean? It's just like Stevie Wonder's ghost status to me, like over anybody. You know what I mean? Just greatest singer-songwriter all time. Literally has the most epic career of anybody you could name. You know, and 9 times out of 10, a good amount of times when people are gonna talk about who's one of the greatest, they oftentimes bring up people who've passed on. And so I love being able to celebrate this dude's legacy while he's still here. Yeah, man. But one artist who's one of my top favorite as well, who did pass on at a young age, was Donny Hathaway.
Dog.
They almost gave me a
I'm
heart
sorry.
attack. Scared
Dog.
the shit out of me.
That's
Queen
my
Latifah. Did you see that joint last night? Queen Latifah did a Donny Hathaway cover.
She got a dope
and
voice.
then she spit over that joint, dog. You've got to look it up.
I'll look it up.
So
Donny Hathaway.
she was singing, and I'm like, yeah, you know, I was vibing with the singing. Then she started rapping. Oh man, I almost cried, man.
Yeah.
Because Queen Latifah, is the fucking queen. I mean, she's Queen Latifah, man. She's Flavor Unit. Like she was the first girl boss, man. Like I remember when Flavor Unit first came out, just
that
like
love joint by Donny, man.
That's what she did. Yeah, nigga. And then spit a original verse over that shit. Oh my God. Oh, dog. Oh, when you see this shit. I'm sorry. I'm spazzing because that shit was that fire.
It's okay.
Doves crying out this bitch.
You know what I'm saying? Queen don't rap no more. She rapped on Rhapsody.
Nah, she rapped on Rhapsody album and last night.
Yeah. But anyway, we gotta go, man. Hey, look, thank y'all so much for tuning in. You know what I mean? Appreciate y'all, man. Look, I'm backing up because I'm about to come around. Got a manual.
Oh yeah, you got to do the manual.
We ain't got that. We ain't got that money.
Hey, before we go, can somebody please put in the comments if the game has started yet? Please. Right. That's an all-star game started. That'll determine how fast I drive.
But thank y'all. We will see y'all next week. We do have some announcements coming up that we're gonna let y'all know about. But we're gonna say that for another show. Peace.
What happened to peace?
Peace.